So the Core Mark 1 is a weapon. A weapon every 10 seconds deals 6 damage and advance all items to the right by 1 second. When an item to the left is used, advance this by 1 second. I didn't read that passive the first time round. I just read the first bit, the advance to the right. So the core is actually going to be a really interesting setup as well. Because you're going to be moving things around. Like, do I want my core to trigger a lot more, so I have to put it more to the right? Or do I want the core to maybe just trigger once but advance all these other important items? It's probably as simple as put the big chargy thing on the right and the short chargy things on the left, but maybe it is more nuanced than that. I'm sure there'll be some crazy builds that people come up with. Oh, what is this option in the middle? Look at that little happy fellow. Alright, so we've got the hydraulic press. We've seen this art for a long time. I feel like we may have seen this battery art as well a while ago. Not full scale, but we've seen it, I think. So your first option is to upgrade your core. So 50 max health and upgrade your core to a Core Mark 5. Oh, shit. So core upgrades are going to be beginning of day, right? To just give Dooley a nice power scale, rather than a merchant option. Which I guess works because you do kind of want to be able to upgrade. Maybe these other options aren't upgrade core. Maybe this is upgrade core. This one in the middle is like, I don't know, gain 30 speed or something. And upgrade core. Maybe this is gain gold and not. Who the fuck knows? The core, when it's upgraded from 0.1 to 5, right, do we get to see what day this is? Yeah, this is literally day 2. So you go from 6 damage every 10 seconds to 40 damage every 10 seconds. What? What? Why? And then advance all items to the right by 2 and left by 2? Or advance this by 2 from the left? Oh my god, we're going to get some core builds where people maximize how much damage the core can do. We are going to get builds where Dooley is fighting because it's Dooley's core. We did gain 50 health, and look at that little animation for upgrading the core. Considering this is like a new thing. We have 2 very similar looking items. We're doing very different things. Right? This costs... Oh no, this is shiny. Or fancy even. Yeah, good spot. 3 times 4. Holy shit. We have a fancy. So this one is a passive item. Probably. Or it might not be a passive item, but it's an item that does no damage. If you upgrade it twice, it can then do 6 damage. But who knows what else it does. But I would assume that it charges quite quickly because it's to the left of the core. And each time one of these finishes charging, it advances the core by at least 2 seconds. Probably 3 by now, because this looks like a level 3 core, Mark 10 or whatever it's going to be. This is the Chris Army knife. We've got some new art for the Chris Army knife. So whenever these 2 trigger, and this advances, whenever this triggers, this advances the Chris Army knife. At least I assume this is the Chris Army knife. It looks like it. Here we go. We've got some hero skills as well. Your left and rightmost items charge 10% faster. Extra long cables. That's cute because you plug into the core. It's nice. Excessive packaging. Your small shielding items shield for 10% more. Interesting. Very specific. And like clockwork, your core's cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds, so you can get hero skills that just make your core better. Yes, we can have core builds. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. There's 2 more small items here. One of those is shielding. The blue banana. Blue banana? Is it purple? I don't know. So yeah, we've got a small shielding item here. So that would do an extra 10%. That would do 16.5 shielding then. Oh, you see what the forklift does? The forklift is a vehicle. Interesting. So we see 2 archetypes and 2 different classes cross-contaminate here because Stell uses vehicles. So if you're on a Stell run and you're building up a vehicle pool and you see Dooley as an option to go to, you can go to Dooley and get a vehicle. It's a vehicle weapon. Every 16 seconds do 35 damage. Forklift sell, I know, right? Equally, that works backwards, right? If you're playing Dooley and you have a forklift and you see a sell option, you can go to sell and buy her incredibly good vehicle cards. That's honestly, I think that's Stell's savior at the moment, is Stell's vehicle cards look pretty dope. Improvised bomb. A light bulb. This battery cell, I assume they're going to call it a battery cell. That's what Americans do, right? This is a shielding item. It looks like a shielding item with 4 ammo as well. This is the one that they... Oh, here you go. This is him actually getting it to shiny level. It's a capacitor. You advance the right item by 2 seconds. Wait, so he had a capacitor? This is actually proof of something they said in the thing. Okay. So this capacitor, every 7 seconds, will make this capacitor advance, which is shiny, if not fancy, which will then make this core advance a lot more, probably, right? Most shiny upgrades we've seen have just been a massive boost to the base level, so I would imagine maybe this goes up to 4 seconds advance. So you're advancing the advancement of the core. Don't forget, every time one of these triggers, the core advances by at least 2 seconds, or at least 1 second rather. This looks like the level 1 core, right? So this core is going to be firing like every few seconds, and every time it fires, it makes the Chris Army knife trigger faster, or advances it. This advance, yes. Let's do this. Let's have Dooley with a core. He does lots of shielding, he does lots of advancing, and it's good fun. And you just get to sit there and watch it go. Like, maybe it's low-key early, right? It's slow. It doesn't do that much damage. Kind of like Stell with her speed, right? In that one build that we saw that nearly beat Reynad. Like, it just builds and builds and builds. And if you don't kill this thing quickly, it's just going to start, like, perma-firing this core at you. It's an industrial line. I like how it works. It's a fucking, it's an engine builder. Like, Reynad set out to make a deck building game. He wanted the new Dominion, but he's also made an engine building game in Dooley. Expect some hero skills. Hey, we see what Chris Army Knife does. He's a friend. Right, I explained this in our Discord server, which, by the way, if you haven't joined, we have a secret little Bazaar Discord server. It does other things too, but it's mostly a Bazaar Discord server at this point. I was explaining this to you folks the other day. This is just a play on words. Loads of these robots are. There's the Chris Army Knife, because it sounds like Swiss Army Knife, if you say it like I say it. And you have the Micro Dave instead of the Microwave. I expect to see more of these, especially with a human being like Greg on the team. Because he seems like the type of person who would 100% go, no, we can give that robot a funny name. Bomb Squad, oh, look at these guys. Some of them are loving life. He's like, here, catch, haha. Also friends, obviously. These guys are definitely friends. Every 6 seconds deal 10 damage. This has ammo equal to core level. There you go. So it's 0 when you're buying it. But when you do buy it, if you have core mark 1, you have 1 ammo. Maybe when you have core mark 5, you have 5 ammo. I don't know. If you like the look of Dooley, well, you should go and check out Jules. We kind of crafted a new meta for her in this other video.